What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down episode 2 of WandaVision. So if you have not checked out my episode 1 breakdown, I will include it in the YouTube card and in the description below. But before we move on, I have to issue a spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen episode 2. So if you have not seen episode 2, click off this video right now. But if you're just still here, let's get into that breakdown. So the episode starts off with the bed scene, and WandaVision hear an explosion, and Vision is going over to see what it is, and then he goes back into bed feeling scared. And if you look closely at the bed's ends, you can see that kind of looks like a witch hat, which kind of refers to Agatha Harkness because she is a witch. And then this theme song plays out in kind of like a animated cartoon kind of way. Then we see them getting ready for the day, but if you pause at 3:26, you can see at the bottom of the shelf, you can see like a helmet and a shelf. So some saying it might be Galactus's helmet, but it is actually Grim Reaper from the comics, and he is the brother of Wonder Man, and he used his brainwaves to create the Vision. And then we cut to the scene where Vision is practicing for a talent show, and then Wanda brings out a prop called the Cabinet of the Mystery. But if you look closely at the box, it has an image of the Mind Stone, which is the same thing from what's in Vision from his droid self. And then we get a scene where she finds a toy helicopter that is colored in a bush, and at the bottom of it we can see the sword logo. That means that Wanda is thinking that this is not right and that someone is monitoring them and the reality that they're in. And then the next scene we see Wanda and Agnes having a conversation, and Agnes mentions Dottie and says she describes her how she's the key to everything in this town. This means that Wanda has to serve her good. But at a committee meeting, we hear Dottie say that the devil is in the details, and we hear Agnes whispering in Wanda's ear, "That's not the only place he's been." That's right, we are talking about the villain Mephisto from the comics, who is going to have a big factor in the show, and I think a connection to Wanda. And then the next scene we see is the radio interrupts with Wanda, who is doing this to Wanda, and that voice kind of sounds like Jimmy Woo's voice from Ant-Man and the Wasp. And this means that someone is saying that someone is manipulating them and the reality, and Sword was monitoring them, because in the first episode and ending, you can see that someone was monitoring them from their headquarters and maybe trying to help them. And then this ad kind of takes a dark turn in the second episode, and it features a watch, and on it says Strucker. This is kind of referring back to the post-credit scene of Captain America and the Winter Soldier and Age of Ultron, where it says Strucker. That means he was when he was experimenting on Wanda and Quicksilver. This means that maybe there's two government organizations monitoring them. And then we see the form in the talent show, and they mention it's for the children. And then in the ending, they come home finding out that Wanda is pregnant. Then after that they hear a noise, and they see someone crawling out of the sewer, and it's the Beekeeper. That Wanda says no, and reverses time to when Wanda is pregnant again. And yet this is referring back to the comics, with Wanda saying no more digits, but and then everything goes from black and white to color, making it seem like they're transitioning from decade to another decade. But my predictions is saying how we don't know who the Beekeeper is. It might be from Sword. Some saying it's Evan Peters. Well, we'll just have to wait and find out for the rest of the series, and in episode 3 to find out who the Beekeeper is and why is he in the reality. And yet, we still don't know who the Beekeeper is. There could be some possible like series and predictions, even for episode 3. But we'll just have to wait for episode 3 to find out. So that is it for this breakdown video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. And I'm also gonna be doing another watch party for episode 3 on Friday at 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you live on the Pacific Coast. And also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.